Hey everyone, how you doing? Get a little bit closer here. Okay, so today I would like to tell you guys about two things. First off, I want to tell you a little bit about holy objects, and then I would like to go into a little more detail about fetters, okay, or anchors, memento moris, basically the things that make a ghost stay here. Alright, so first off, what is a holy object? It's not just a object that has holes in it. That was a drum roll. It's terrible. Anyway, a holy object is an object that has been blessed, either by a priest or by yourself or by whatever. Holy objects hold spiritual power in them. And with that, you can affect spiritual beings. So, for example, okay, here is an ordinary tecton hammer, okay, that I have written runes on because it's really cool, okay. Now, normally it's just a hammer, but it's been blessed by several people, and now it's what you can consider a holy object. So, what can holy objects do? Well, holy objects can hurt and damage spiritual entities. They can hurt and damage monsters. Holy objects tend to be kind of like really powerful normal objects. So, this one, for example, I use it mostly for two things. The first being it drives nails like you can't believe. No, I'm kidding. It works really well against trolls and changelings and certain other things. If I were to literally take this thing and whack at a demon, like whack a demon, that should be a game. Like, whack a demon. It packs quite a punch. It literally blasts them to hell. And against trolls and changelings, it hurts them a lot, especially trolls. Um, but yes, that's one use of it. The other is, let's say there is the fetter of a ghost. Let's just say that it is this little pocket watch, okay? Heaven knows why there'd be a pocket watch. Maybe it was a watchmaker who killed his wife. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so instead of having to burn and destroy and everything, this guy, what I can do instead is destroy it differently without the need of of flammable things. So let's say I just set this on a table and then go to town on it with my spiritually enhanced hammer. Now that basically ensures that the object is destroyed and that its spiritual connection to the ghost is severed. That's basically how it works. So in order to get a holy object, obviously have it be blessed by somebody. Bless it yourself afterwards. Cover it in hyssop oil and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, just bless it. Bless it by whomever, whatever kind of priest, but just make sure that it's blessed the right way and not just, saying 5 words over it. Like, if you haven't put time into it, it's worth whatever effort you would get out of it. And that segues into the next thing. So like I said, this watch, let's just say it's a fetter of a watchmaker who killed his wife or something, or his wife killed him, or there's always a wife in the mix, okay? Fetters are becoming increasingly difficult to find, as I have discovered recently. So, finding your fetter is half research, half discovery. So, let's just... Okay, here's a good example. One sec. Okay. Let's say that a ghost attaches itself, the ghost of a psychic woman, okay, or the ghost of a psychic woman, like one of those like $5 fortune tellers who dies violently. She attaches herself to her Rider-Waite tarot cards, okay? Um, it's sometimes easy, sometimes difficult to find out what these people attach to. And in this case, it's something that they worked with probably their whole life. Okay, maybe it was a deck that their parents gave them or their sister gave them, something they have an emotional connection to. It can't just be any old object. The fetter or the memento mori or whatever you want to call it, the thing that attaches the spirit to, or sorry, ghost to this realm is something personal. I read recently about read read recently about a hunter who um, had to get rid of the spirit of a priest, and the priest's fetter was a rosary that he had gotten when he first entered the um, clergy, I guess. Um, and yeah, the priest was a pretty bad guy. Anyway, it's stuff like that, okay? It's stuff like you wouldn't really think of firsthand, but it's something really emotional, okay? And of course, it can also be the body in the case of like a strigoi or like somebody who's just connected to the material plane. But for the most part, it's something emotional. Um, a lot of times with the ghosts of murder victims, it's the murder weapon that they used. So, like, think of like Jason Voorhees, it would be his machete, okay, or his mask. Either way, um, the except Jason Voorhees is like a physical thing. In the case of what I would consider to be a non-physical entity, you really want to go for um, sorry, you want to go for the physical aspect. So, like, let's just say, for those of you who've seen like 13 Ghosts or something, or that movie, one ghost, the jackal, okay, or the hammer. Um, the jackal's head is in a cage, and like he's all kinds of messed up. Chances are that his fetter is the cage. Now, the cage appears on his ghost head, but in reality, it's somewhere 50 feet below a burnt building. Okay, like it's that kind of stuff. Or the hammer, it's a severed hand attached to the hammer or whatever. Find out where that is and destroy it. Um, so yeah, just look for something, especially if you see the ghost, see what it uses or how it looks, because usually the object that it is attached to will appear on it. Not always, but often. Um, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, and then when you destroy the fetter, okay, first off, make sure that you can't get any money for it. Just kidding, you don't want to sell cursed objects. And let's say it's these guys, okay, you want to, it's a very simple, okay, with paper objects, like so, sorry, like so, or anything flammable, douse it in lighter fluid, light that sucker up, okay, mix its ashes with salt, and either put it in water or throw it into the wind. Okay, that's honestly the best way to do it. In the case of metallic things like it is always best to use your blessed object to smash it to smithereens, and then if you want to cover it in salt and then burn it again, heaven knows why. That's how you do that. Um, there is another way to get rid of ghosts, and I will tell you about it soon, but it is using a magical, like a ritual, sort of, okay? Um, and yeah, if you have any questions about any other type of fetter, please throw it in the comments, because heaven knows I can't think of all of them, but most of the time they're either paper, flammable substance, or metal. I can't honestly think of anything that doesn't fall into one of those two categories, but yeah. Alright guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and happy hunting.